So this is the Phase 10 Thursday workout. The way that it's going to work, we're going to be doing straight sets. We'll do 4 rounds at each station, 25 seconds of work with 20 seconds of rest, and then there's going to be a 1-minute transition, so they'll go around all 5 of the stations for this day.
All right, guys, first one is landmine rotation to press, right? So first part position we had up tall, coming down to a landmine rotation, back in, press out. When I'm doing that press position, I want to come back down to the shoulder, rotate down. So if we come up from a higher position, just like I showed earlier, I was wrong, we'll put too much pressure on the core. So down, rotate down, up, press. Come back, down, up, press. This is where we can actually add weights into. Okay, so it's okay that we'll have some rubber plates and stuff here for them, or even metal. I actually find that this one metal plates be a little bit better because the rubber plates almost get too big where they can get out here too far. So maybe the first one have like a rubber plate on, and then after that metal plates on it, just to make sure it's a little bit easier to throw those little weights on. They're not going to make big jumps, but it might be a 2.5-pound jump. So again, down, rotate. Make sure that when we're rotating on the core, that we're not turning this foot. We just want to let the body rotate, use the core, pull, press it, okay? Next round through, we'll catch the other side of the same thing. Now, if there's somebody that can't do the press, that's fine. We can just do a regular landmine rotation. That way we keep our arms a little bit farther away. Up, side, side. My bet is 98% of people are going to be able to do the press. All we got to do is just keep the weight light enough, having a 45-pounder and also some 35-pounders out here as well. Okay, station number 2, doing single leg RDLs. So on single leg RDL, the big thing here is you first teach them how to set their positioning up. So my tip is start with the kettlebell on the ground, put 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Okay, we've been training this position a little bit recently with the dumbbells for this position, so it's good to teach them that. So then we're going to come down here, grab with my opposite hand, stand tall, and then I want this foot just a little bit off the ground so I remember it's going back. I'm going to come down and smash my toe, snap my hip. See how I didn't bring that foot straight through? This allows me to remember which position I'm going through. Snap. It is good to stop every single time because we want to create that stability. We don't need to create instability. Stability allows us to go heavier and challenge ourselves a little more. From there, a modification that a lot of people might have to use is touching a box, right? So when we're coming down, I just need a little stability at the bottom so I can have a box. So having a couple boxes out here for them to touch is not a bad thing at all. Because I'd rather them touch a box and use that stability and get stronger than trying to do a super light weight and never getting good balance, okay? So single leg RDL is station number 2. Station number 3, dumbbell farmer carries. So with this one, we do want them to put their dumbbells back after each round because we are going to have a lot of people coming through with different weights. It's okay to keep some of the main ones out. If you want to keep like 40s and 30s out here, something that a lot of people will use, but some people really need heavier or lighter than that, so have to put their weights back. From here, tall, abs tightly squeezed, we're walking forward, turning around, walking back this way. It is very important to have them go up and down like this, not to walk this way because we'll have single leg RDLs going on over here. So we have to have them walk in this direction, so make sure you demonstrate it and make sure they know they're walking forward and back. On this one, abs tight, glute squeeze, pretty simple position, everything staying tight. A big challenge on that was trying to get them to use their, go heavy enough to really challenge themselves. So here's the single arm pull. So we're going to first start on that half kneeling position. So half kneeling position, toe dug in, knee in a pad, glute squeeze. Pull with the same arm as the leg that's down. Knee up, toe dug in, 90-degree angle here. Pull towards the bottom of the rib cage. That way we engage the bottom part of the lower back. Try to get that engaged. Pulling through. This one to make it harder, we're going to scoot back farther. There's just a limit how far we can scoot back. So in this one, I probably don't want to get too much farther than a foot or so away from the rubber, because when we get too far back in this band, there's a lot of tension against the band. I don't want the band to snap. So position here, to make it harder, we can always add a black band up here, purple band up here, and then they can put a black and a red together, a black and a purple together. You can mix and match those as we need, okay? Do make sure the handle's on there, it makes it just more comfortable for people. And the last exercise we have on this one is a medicine ball hug squat. So we use the big medicine balls on this one. We want to get this pull up to the top. I try to get it into the sternum. So for women, we want to try to get it above the breast area. We want to get a good upper back position. We want to make sure they're not hunched. We want to make sure they're engaging the upper body. And then I pull against that ball, or we're hugging that ball, squat down and up. The nice thing about medicine ball hug squat is it forces us to keep good tall posture. You'll find if people are holding down here, they'll do more of an RDL or a good morning position. So we got to get that tall chest coming through. Our modification for that is going to be a medicine ball slam. So if they can't do that, they're using the big medicine ball still and they're slamming down. Big thing with these balls, they have pretty good rebounds, so make sure that they're careful not to keep your head down too long or they catch it right back in the face as you come through.
So this is the finisher for the day. What it's going to be is 2 exercises. They're going to start with 2 reps of each, and they're going to be ascending for as many reps as they can in 3 minutes. So they're going to start 2 reps of each, then 4 reps of each, then 6 reps of each, as many as they can get to within the 3-minute timer that we have.
Alright guys, we're going to start off with 2 plank burpees. So plank burpees is the hardest variation we're going to teach because we want to go through pretty quickly. Full burpees seem to slow our clients down a little too much. So plank burpee, hands down, touch the ground, right? Kick back, kick up, stand tall. We don't need to jump on this one, just stand tall, vertical, back down. 1, 2, right? Modification for that. You can always do this on the big medicine balls, and the modification you could use. It needs to be one of the heavier medicine balls, and we should have them out along here anyway, so you could use one of those. Or we can do it on the bench as well. Kick back, up, stand tall. So they'll do 2 of those. Then they'll do 2 jump lunges. So on a jump lunge, knee down, switch, 1, 2, just total, 2 total, right? From there, modification will be reverse lunge, 1, 2, and modification from there is medicine ball slam, 2. Then next round, 4, 6, 8, and so forth.